Really, there are 4 goals that this project achieves. First is that this project really will empower customers by providing them a hands-on tool to better monitor, analyze, and control their energy and demand usage. Residential customers are just charged for their energy. Commercial customers, the large ones, are charged for a demand component. The second thing this project does is it provides a 21st century method for customers to interact with low light and power, the utility. A lot of people are in social media, they like their phones, they like the computer. Right now we have limited ways for customers to communicate with us in terms of those means. This project will solve that issue. Third goal this solves is it keeps low light and power's infrastructure up to date with industry standards. U.S. utilities have actually been installing meters with radios since the 1980s. And in 2014, according to the Edison Foundation, over 50 million smart meters were deployed in the United States, covering 43% of residences. It's estimated that 58 million meters are installed today. And Consumers Energy and DTE project to have 4.4 million of these meters installed in the state of Michigan by 2018. So the start date, or really the research start date of this project, actually started in March of 2015, believe it or not. And then in December, I guess you could say there was the we're really doing this start date. And this is when the Low Light and Power Board gave approval to go forward with the project. The completion date is targeted to be September 30th of this year. We had put out a bill stuffer at the end of March, and at the expo we put out a flyer that announced that the project would be happening in the summer of 2016, and the goal was to have that up and running by the end of the summer.
Meter number, the final read of the old meter, the new meter number, and then the new read. Then we'll, before we change the meter out, we'll have the address wrote down. Not everybody's name will be on there, we'll just have the address on there. So we'll hold this down just like that with the new meter, the old meter, and the address. Take a photo of it, that way we have it all documented, of all the information for sure, so there's no mistakes, no clerical mistakes. People are human, they write stuff down wrong. This takes care of all the mistake issues. And then it's just the meter change after that. No computers on, everything's good. We're gonna, your power will be off for just a moment, just 3 seconds probably.
We're good. How many people have requested this so far?
This was the 14th place that we went to today of the list of folks that kind of wanted to have them first. Board members, council members, businesses, some city businesses.
How long do you think this program is going to take
Before everyone's changed out? We're figuring by the 23rd of September we should have everybody done. And we'll start September 6th.
Well, that's pretty quick.
Yeah, should go pretty quick.
Moving on to safety specifications, and this is probably why AMI or smart meter technology has gotten the most heat. So the FCC, the United States Federal Communications Commission, is the organization with oversight responsibility for radio frequency safety guidelines. And as specified in FCC 1.1310, devices which emit radio energy must be certified to meet maximum permissible exposure or MPE requirements. And these requirements for the MPE exposure are typically set 50 times lower than the lowest known effects to humans. A smart meter is an RF device, and because of that, it falls within these FCC exposure limits and regulations. And you might be thinking, okay, are these meters this crazy new type of technology? Not really. Cell phones, Wi-Fi routers, garage door openers, baby monitors, all use RF technology and fall within the same FCC requirements. This is just a listing of governmental agency and private academic organizations that have performed health studies in regards to radio frequency AMI meters. You can see there's the World Health Organization, the FCC, the National Cancer Institute, and in all cases, none of these organizations have found any evidence or factual data showing that AMI meters cause any safety problems or concerns. Smart meters, even at close range with exaggerated duty cycles, and that's really how often the meter is on, are many times less than household devices that are also in compliance with FCC limitations. And due to shielding, so a meter sits outside a house, the actual wall of your house shields that RF wave even more, and I'll get into that a little bit later.
Alrighty, I have one.
Yes.
I was going to ask you about whether it's a constant signal, and I was getting that it was not a constant
Correct.
signal. And then you went into it's 1/8 of a second every 20
Every 20 minutes.
minutes.
That's how often the meters are talking with one another in real world.
That's really a small thing. Is that just all of a sudden you get a ping and it's there down
It's
and there's no more signal.
Right.
So that's even more reason for not having concerns about it.
For people like me that don't have smartphones and I still write checks to pay my bills, will I still get a bill even though I have a meter and thing?
Correct. Everything can remain perfectly status quo. There's no app anyone has to download. There's no computer anybody has to log into. People can get their bills like normal at the end of the month, due on the 20th, no change.
Is there a charge to the customers for installing it?
No charge to install. There will be information of how to opt out in the letter that we send out in August. Obviously, my hope is everyone opts in.
Question for you, just maybe to help quell some concerns
Yeah.
that people may have. So let's say I'm a patient with an implanted automated defibrillator, you know, like those pacemaker things.
Okay.
And let's say I'm on my porch and I can't afford a table, so I use my power box, essentially, and it's a bad idea, to rest my drink on. And I sit there in my rocking chair by this. When I send out that signal, whatever, 20 minutes for an eighth of a second, is there any chance of that affecting my defibrillator?